Hiya team, I'm back. I know I just recorded a video this morning. It is the 5th of September, but I've been to Xanadu, which is my favourite bookshop in Tauranga. It is probably the best second-hand bookshop in the world. I promote it religiously because it is amazing. And I've bought some books, bought some DVDs, and yeah, lovely way to finish Friday after a busy day at school. Today has been book character day, so all of our kids dressed up. My team was the Very Hungry Caterpillar again. We were the Hungry Caterpillar last year, but it's nice to reduce, reuse, recycle. And I also dressed up as Dogman. So the Scholastic Book Fair sends a giant costume along with all of the books for the book fair. And yeah, today I was the Dogman. Which I've never read. It's by the guy that wrote Captain Underpants. All of the kids knew who he was. They loved it. I've never been swarmed like that before. I was sitting in the staff room. The best way to describe it, it was like being in a zombie apocalypse. You know how zombies swarm people? It was like that, because I had this mob of children surrounding me. It's a good thing I'm not claustrophobic. It was quite scary. I had so many little hands grabbing and wanting to touch Dogman. But yeah, it was good fun. And yeah, the rest of the day went smoothly. We had a little bit of a parade, so the kids got to show off their costumes and stuff, which was cool. And yeah, I've been to Xanadu. I grabbed a Stephen King I've been after for a while. I watched the mini-series on Netflix many years ago, and then they cancelled it, and I never got to find out the ending. And that was called, it's a big heavy book, Under the Dome, which is apparently a great story. As I said, I loved the stuff I saw on Netflix, and then they cancelled it. I got halfway through the story and they never finished it. So now I can actually find out what happens. And also, I've bought some DVDs, which I haven't done in years. I'm going back to DVDs, which isn't great for minimalism, but I'm very overwhelmed and frankly done with streaming services. Netflix and Disney and Prime and HBO and Neon and all of these millions of streaming services that you essentially pay rent to every single week. It's just so overwhelming. You spend 20 minutes scrolling, find a half-average film or TV show, and you just mindlessly put it on, and you don't even enjoy it that much. And I think it's very much so taken the joy out of cinema, and, you know, waiting a whole week for the next episode of a TV show, or even going to the DVD store and renting a DVD, you know. I remember going to Video Easy and renting Happy Feet and stuff like that. You'd rent video games. I remember renting like Lego Batman on the PS2 and stuff like that. It was so exciting and intentional and purposeful. So I'm gonna do that on a Friday night. I'm gonna go to Xanadu, pick up a couple DVDs. They're $5 each, New Zealand dollars, which is great. And be much more intentional with what I watch and buy. So one is not something I typically pick up. It's called Shakespeare in Love. And the reason I've bought this is because the local theatre round the corner from me is putting it on next year, and I'm looking to audition for it, so I thought I'd get an idea of the story. Apparently it's a very good film. I've just never seen it. It's got some brilliant actors in it, and yeah, it's won 7 awards or something like that, and it says on the cover. So I'm gonna watch that, get a feel for the show, and see if I want to actually be in the stage show of it next year. Other DVD I picked up, I just like the title of it, and it's got some actors in it that I like. It's called Once Upon a Time in America. It's got Joe Pesci in it, and I think it's got Robert De Niro in it. So a nitty crime family drama. It's got an 18 rating, so I think it'll probably be quite brutal. But it sounds good. I like Goodfellas, I like Casino, so I thought I'd probably like that. Next DVD I picked up was a nice light-hearted one, Patch Adams, which has got the beautiful, lovely, amazing Robin Williams in it. Me and Georgia have been on a bit of a Robin Williams grind. We've watched Dead Poets Society recently. Last night we watched Good Will Hunting. And I saw that and I was like, you know what? It'll be light-hearted and fun. I think it'll be a film that Georgia enjoys as well. It's based on a true story and I've never gotten around to seeing it, so that'll be great. And then I picked up an action film, which I've never seen, but I've seen advertised a lot, and that is I, Robot with Will Smith. Just a classic 2000s action movie. Looks pretty good. I haven't read the blurb, but it's got Will Smith on the cover, some robots, looks good. As I said, I've meant to watch it for years and I never have. So yeah, those are the DVDs I picked out. As I said, I think I might go in on a Friday and grab a couple DVDs for the week and slowly build up a nice little collection. I love collecting things. I'm a magpie. Poor Georgia and her minimalism. Georgia buys books though, but Georgia buys lots of books. But I am really excited to start collecting DVDs and getting back into that 2000s way of living and being much more intentional with what I watch and what I purchase. And you know, eventually I might end up giving up the streaming services. I don't need them. Xanadu, as I said, has the most mammoth, overwhelming selection of DVDs. I very nearly bought the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but I've seen it so many times, and again, I'm trying to be intentional, so stuff I haven't seen, or if it's a really, really special film, I might buy it. Because $5 pops, a cup of coffee, you know? So I don't mind doing that. But yeah, the weekend's looking good. We're going to Georgia's parents to watch the rugby tomorrow, which will be lovely. And then Sunday, I have my very first rehearsal for Something Rotten. So we're going to start rehearsing Welcome to the Renaissance, which is absolutely everyone in the show, ensemble and all. Do some singing, do some choreography, and then in the afternoon it's some solo work for the leads. As I said, I'm not really needed for that. Not needed till later in the show, which is nice. So yeah, if you didn't watch this morning's video, I am Brother Jeremiah, who is a repressed Puritan. He's the head of the church, and he's going to be a ton of fun to play. So yeah, I just thought I'd say hello, share what I picked up, and I will leave you be to your evening or your morning whenever you're watching this. It's lovely to be back. I'm really excited to start doing this again and chatting with the camera, because it's, as I said, these are my video diaries. It's a very special thing to me, and I'm glad that I'm in a headspace where I feel good enough to do this again. So yeah, lovely to see you. Have a great morning, afternoon or evening, and I will catch up with you on the next video. Ka kite anō. Bye bye.